Wonderful. So welcome everyone. My name is Angus Levie, and for those of you who don't know me, I am a binary options trader, have been for the last 6 years. I run my own group, Trading with Angus, and we meet twice a day at 8 a.m. and midday UK time. And it's it's wonderful because we only trade for about 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes each session, and we're done. We get in, we do our trading, and we get out. And I've looked at forex many times. I've done the courses. I've paid the fortune to the traders in the past before Epic came along, and I learned the basics. But I unfortunately do not have the patience to be sitting for hours looking at charts, looking for setups, looking for the ideal setup and trading. Binary options is quite different. And it's just a different way of trading forex. Now, with forex, you are paid according to the amount of movement over whatever period of time you're in the trade is. Whereas with binary, and you can move from in the profit to out of the profit the whole time, and hopefully the idea is over the period the price goes in the direction you want, and a lot in the direction you want, and you get paid. Whereas with binary options, what you're doing is you're buying a contract, and your contract is stating over a particular period of time, price will be either in the money or out of the money, or it will go up or it will go down, in other words. So you're buying a call if you think price will go up in the period of time that you're deciding to enter the trade for, or you're buying a put if you believe price is going to go down in the period of time that you're buying the trade or the contract for. Now, the period of time can be anywhere from 1 minute to weeks or days. It's really up to you. So here you can see I can buy contracts that will cease on the 22nd of December. Okay, I'm not into waiting, and that's the truth. In fact, I go for the shortest term possible, which for me is 1 minute. Now, you can say to me, Angus, how do you know that price is going to go in the direction you want in 1 minute? Well, I've got a series of indicators which give me a general idea, and my charts look quite busy compared to what you might see with the other traders. Why? Because I'm trying to stack everything in my favor. In other words, I want at least 2 or 3, ideally 3 or more indicators confirming that price is going to go in the direction I want it to go before I will take a trade. So for example, let's open up GBP USD here. It gave me an orange arrow. I don't know if you can see that there, about 6-7 minutes ago. And what that was telling me was that price was way oversold. It's one of my strongest indicators that I designed. The RSA, the MRI, the MBFX here, don't worry if you don't understand what they are, we're all in the 95% of being overbought. I would have taken a put as soon as that. Well, usually I take a put at the end of the candle that it appears in, and sure enough, price did go down. Now, it potentially, because that was probably only 1 or 2 pipettes there, I may have possibly lost it if I wasn't quick enough. But certainly the second entry, I would have won. Now, in this case, it's paying out 84%. Now, The problem is if I took the trade in my first trade, my first entry, and lost, and then went straight back in with for the same amount, let's say it's $10 or whatever, then I would possibly have been losing, because all I'd been getting is $8 dollars back. So I wouldn't really have enough to make up the loss. Okay. So what I use is what's called a Martingale system. Now, Martingale system basically means you are increasing your original investment in order to get back what you lost plus the profit. Now, with binary, you lose your stake if you are wrong. So in this case, my stake would be $10. If price is not in the money at the end of the minute, I lose my $10. Okay. Whereas with forex, you can lose a tiny amount or a large amount, or you can gain a tiny amount or a large amount. But with binaries, it's win-lose. That's why it's called binary. It's win or lose. Two options. Okay, 1, 0, basically. Now, I'm an engineer, and I worked out what I would need to do to win. So I'm just going to see if I can open up my, give me 2 seconds, guys, while I just open up my, here we go, my spreadsheet. So I went away and I worked out what I would need to place my second, third, fourth, fifth trade in if I was in a losing streak. So let's say we start off with $10. My second entry is 23. So in other words, 2.3 times the previous entry. And then it goes 51, 114, 246. Those would be my entries: first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And these are my potential losses. So if you're, say, on a $1,000 account, by the fifth entry, you are actually risking 44% of your total account. That can be scary, okay? That can be very scary, believe me. However, if I do take a fifth loss, generally it takes about 2 to 3 days of trading, believe it or not, to recover. And let me show you why. Because that wonderful thing called compounding. For example, these are my results with my team of traders in the last week, okay? Or even in the last, I can go up here a little bit, in the last few weeks. So I was at 4,000 3 weeks ago, okay? And we didn't have any losses. That was a good week. It's not often, to be honest, that we don't get losses. So I did 190 that week. I took a big loss last Friday, okay, a fifth entry, so I was down 44%. So I only made 28% that week. But then this week, I didn't have any losses, and I'm up 170%. So, you know, I went from 4,000 on the 23rd of November up to 41,000 at the end of today. So in 3 weeks, I grew my account tenfold, okay? So even though I lost 44% there, okay, I was down to 15,000, okay, from 27,000. I was back up after, you know, 3 days of trading, 2.5 in fact. I was back up to where I was. So it's not something to get too worried about. You can gain it back pretty quickly. It's just time. And as I said before, I trade maximum 40 minutes a day. So what did it cost me? 60 minutes, an hour's trading. Okay. Now, so what I have is this, and if you look at the videos that I posted during the week, you can actually find the link to this spreadsheet, okay? And also, if you're wanting to register for an account, you don't have to fund it or anything now. You can just register at the moment if you want. Just click on that link there that I put in the chat, and you can register for an account. I do get paid a commission by the company for it, just so you know. Now, and that was one of the things I agreed with the company. Normally, I charge clients a fee to trade with me, but with the guys, I said, look, as long as people use my affiliate link, I'm happy to do it for the Winner's Circle for free. Okay, a man has to live. Now, so it's very simple as far as taking the trade is concerned. I only take trades that are 80% and above, as I mentioned already. And this lovely little app here, I had designed by one of my team members. One day I was just musing because, you know, we might have usually about 6 pairs up. Tonight it's only 3 because of liquidity. They're only giving us 3 that we can actually take trades on. But you could be, you know, running up and down between Aussie CAD and GBP USD here, or GBP CAD here. You know, you're flicking up and down looking for the pair that we're getting a signal on. Then you have to put in your trade amount physically and then click call or put. That can take 5-6 seconds. And when you're trading 1-minute trades like I do, that can take a little bit of time. And the price could already have moved within those 5 or 6 seconds. And I was getting frustrated because we weren't able to take every trade that I wanted. So I was just musing with them. Wouldn't it be lovely if we had an app that could actually place the trades for us? So in other words, you know, I just have to click GBP CAD, and it automatically moves to GBP CAD and has the amount I'm wanting to trade already set up. Now just watch this here. Let's say I want to take a 3rd entry trade. There you go, 50.6. It sets it up instantly. I'm not typing anything. Let's say I want to go GBP USD 1st entry trade. So I just click these 2, and then it automatically, see the 10 has gone in. So I'm ready within 2 seconds to take that trade. That is the benefit of that little app there. So if you're thinking of trading seriously with binary options, this little app is well worth it. It costs £130 per year. Now you get 2 weeks free use of it. So I would recommend that if you are going to trade binaries, you wait until you've got your account set up. Now, the next thing I say to everybody, once you've got your account funded, you can then get a demo account. It's called the PDQ for pretty damn quick. PDQTradeSolutions.com is the website, and just go to the shop and you'll see it there. Now, when you first get your account, if you're not a skilled trader with binaries, if you're not used to it, please go to the chat here. Okay, just click on chat, and you have a choice of ladies generally to speak to. This time of the day, we've only got Janie. Poor Janie's on her own. Hi, Janie. And just go for a private chat and ask Janie to set you up with a demo account. Now, if you don't have a funded account, she'll say, sorry, can't do it. All right. But they're lovely girls, and they're very helpful. But please don't ask them any technical questions, because that's not their job. All right, they're only there to help you set up your account or whatever. Okay, so when you're trading with me, I'm going to have my spreadsheet, my MT4. I trade with MT4. I'm not a TraderView person. I'm an MT4 person, and all my indicators are set up for MT4. So when you trade with me, you'll see what you can see there now in front of you. My chart set up, and probably this app as well. What this is here is it just alerts me to different signals as they come in. But the main one is this red arrow. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, and when I see it, I'll take a look and I'll say, okay. In this case, it would probably have appeared somewhere around here. And I'll say, right, I might give it an extra couple of seconds and see. And you see how it came down to the 61.8 on the Fibonacci? And it also hit the mid-Bollinger, which is this here. Let me expand. So actually, you know, it's actually better on this size. It came down to the mid-Bollinger, the Fibonacci, and it also just touched the holy channel here. Don't worry if you don't understand these things. But that gave me 3 indicators at least. Okay, and I'd have entered the trade ideally here. And it would have won in the minute. Okay. This trade, it was at a resistance line. It was at the 38.2 Fibonacci. See, the Fibonacci just redrew there. Do you see that? But it's still at the 50 Fibonacci. So those were 2 plus the signal here were 2 reasons I would have probably taken that trade. And now it may have won, but it promptly actually went back down in the next candle. So it may have been the 2nd or 3rd entry before we would have won. Because obviously, it's not an exact science. But what it is telling me is that price is oversold. And I would also look down here at the MBFX. Now, in this case, I may not have taken it because the MBFX is sort of in between these 2 green lines here. So it's telling me it's all right, but it's not a definitely oversold. So I would have said in this case, guys, we might wait, or we'll just ignore that signal altogether. Here, however, yeah, it would have been, I would probably have taken that trade because it would have been much more likely to win. This one also is similar to the GU. It's GBP CAD. Again, I probably would have waited. So in fact, I would be looking to take a trade very shortly. You know, I would have been waiting for it to come down to the 38.2. You can see it almost touched it and shot back up. Now, what we are doing is taking trades against high frequency trading computers. So you really do have to be fast because price can suddenly move and you lose your ideal entry. Phil is asking me, what is your minimum amount of indicators that you use before you take a trade? Well, I ideally look for at least 3 confirmations to take a trade. Okay, am I being clear, guys, or am I just confusing you? Please speak up. You can open your mics. There's 17 people here. If you have a question, open your mics. Okay, excellent, great. Because the more you know, the better. You know, the traders who trade with me, some of them have been trading with me for years. They, you know, they're taking trades that I've missed because they can see my charts and they see an ideal setup and they go for it. So we're all sort of looking for the ideal setup. But
you have a couple of indicator arrows on GU right now.
Okay, let's take a look at GU. All right. All right. No, our last are okay. These two are, yeah, I could really get rid of them. They're basically Bollinger, what we call Bollinger arrows. So they're telling me when prices hit the Bollinger, lower Bollinger band.
Oh, okay.
So I tend to just ignore them. The main ones I would take would be this red one and this orange one. And I also have a magenta and blue arrow. So there's the blue one. You see, price was on a storm there. It just kept on going up. But they're more or less telling me when price is getting to the overbought area. Now in this case, GBP USD went all the way to the very top. I mean, it flatlined. It could not go any further. It was at 100%. It was so overbought. So, you know, it's possible, although it didn't give me the indicator until here, the red one, it's possible you know, if I didn't have that red indicator, I may have entered somewhere around here, all right. But it would still have been a third or fourth entry before I would have won. But as long as I win, I don't care, okay? Because I build my account. And then, as you saw, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. You know, I've gone from 4,000 to 40,000 in the last 3 weeks. Guys, that does not happen often. It normally takes me 3 months to go from 3,000 up to 100,000, okay? And in between, I can go up and down, you know, and I brought accounts back down to 1,000 many times and back up again, okay? So we do have losing days, we do have losing weeks. And the other problem you need to understand when trading with me is that sometimes I may win, you may lose in a fraction of a second, and vice versa, okay? So you need to be confident enough to read the charts as well and decide, am I going to go into that trade again, or will I leave it? Now, sometimes what you can do, if you lose a trade and I win it, you can just you may decide, okay, I'm not happy with the way it's going. So let's say you lost your second entry and I won. What you can do is wait for the next indicator signal. And if it is stacking up well, so in other words, if it is in the holy channel, that's this red area here, if it's, you know, touching the SHI line, if it's outside the per Bollinger band, if it's hitting a Fibonacci, in other words, you're trying to stack them all in your favor, okay? If it's hitting 3 or 4 different indicators, then you can take your third or fourth entry or whatever it may be, and fingers crossed it will go in your favor, and you know, you'll win. It is a numbers game, though, guys, you know, and we're not always right. And that's what you need to understand. However, you know, my history goes back to, you know, goes back 6 years. I have a Facebook group page, and every session I put my results up, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. And have I blown accounts? Yeah, I have. Okay. So, you know, it happens. If, you know, if it was easy for everyone, none of us would be doing anything bar trading. And I'm talking about everyone in the world. But it's not easy. Yeah, Phil says never trade with anything you cannot afford to lose. So please do not borrow. Do not also start trading from a place of desperation, because it messes your psychology up totally. Okay? If you take a loss, walk away. Leave the charts, leave the trading, and come back with a fresh mind, ready to start again. Okay? Do not get into revenge trading. Do not gamble. Okay, it just doesn't work. And just, you know, use the money management system I've got there, or use this here, and that'll help you. My general rule is that if I take 2 losses, I'm out, okay, for that session, and I'll come back later. Now, a loss can be anywhere from a 4th to a 5th entry, okay, but you decide what you're comfortable with. I am not a conservative trader, okay. I am not a conservative trader. So I like to build my account fast and furious. So if you are a conservative trader, then trading binaries is probably, certainly the 1 minute, is probably not going to be good for your heart, okay? Because as we regularly go, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th level, well, maybe not regularly 5th, but 3rd and 4th level trades are not uncommon. I'm just looking at my book here. Let me read out Wednesdays. I had a first. This is Wednesday morning. I had a first, a second, a second, a second, a second, a fourth, a first, a 5th entry. Okay, so I stopped there. This was actually a particularly hard day. The markets were being nasty to us. Then on the afternoon session, I did a second, a second, a second, a second, a third, a 5th, and another 5th. And then a first. Okay, so it can get hairy at times. And why do we hit 5th entries? The reason we might go for a 5th entry, remember, we are trading here on 1 minute time frame. That's the lowest time frame. However, price is generally controlled by the higher time frames. So I'm just going to open up the time frames here. So yeah, look at this one here. We got a signal here, yet price went on up. This was around, just around 8 o'clock on that. So let's just look at the 5 minute time frame. Guys, I hope I'm not boring you now. If you're finding this too much, just let me know. Okay, so it was around 8 o'clock. So we'd be going around here. Okay. So this was the 8 o'clock 5 minute, and then there was this one. Yeah. So yeah, you see, price was going for the 100 Fibonacci. Now actually it drew to that line there. So I'm just trying to see where it was going for. Yeah, it was going for this level here. Okay, that's where it was aiming for. And that's what it was going for before it decided to come on back down again. All right. So sometimes it's controlled by the higher time frames. Let's just take a look at the 15 minutes. So it was this one here. Yeah, there you go. You see this? This is a resistance line here. So it was aiming for that resistance line before it rebounded and came back down. So sometimes, even though we get a nice signal, price will continue on up. Now, the only thing when I change from one time frame and back to the other, these red lads unfortunately repaint to the next best option. So that's why you won't see me necessarily changing time frames that much to look. Okay, any questions? Patrick says, love binary because you can choose what time frame. Yeah, you can choose your time frame, but as I say, I've tried them all. You know, I've been doing this for 6 years. I tried them all, And I looked at my indicators over the 5, 10, 15, up to the hour, and you're just as likely to win on the first in the minute as you are on the hour. And you're just as likely to go to the third entry on an hourly time frame as you are on the minute. That's what I discovered. So I said, well, why waste my day, looking for the charts to hit my entry point on the hour when I just have to wait for a minute or two on the 1 minute, and I get plenty of signals. This morning we had only two that we could trade. Funnily enough, GBP CAD and Aussie CAD, and we took 6 trades there. And the same in the it was the exact same at the 12 o'clock. I don't know why today. I've never seen it like this before, that they're giving so few. I asked them why, and they said it was because of low liquidity in the markets. We are coming up to Christmas time, and that may be why, the big boys are closing up for a nice long break. Morris asks, how much money do you recommend funding the account with? As much as you are willing to lose or can afford to lose, is my answer to that. So if you feel you can only afford to lose 250, then 250. If you can afford to lose 1,000, make it 1,000. If you can afford to lose 3,000, make it 3,000. That's basically my answer. Now, what you can also do to increase the size of your account, they do various, let me just expand here. They do various promotions from time to time. And you see here, they've got 100% giveaway. Okay. However, in the video I made that I made for you guys, I posted it twice in the last few days. The walkthrough and funding your account. There's one I did for funding your account, another one for the walkthrough. I actually give you a 150% bonus. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's just go to account funding here. When you go to account funding, the first thing is you can only fund your account with Bitcoin, okay? Even though they may give you an option for credit cards, they won't let you. The reason is because officially most countries don't allow binary. Therefore, if you try to fund your account with a binary, and the reason is that they don't allow binary in a lot of countries is most of the brokers are scammy. You just can't trust them. Binary options is one of the few that I've found that, binary cent, I mean, that I can trust, okay? And they have paid out all of my clients, and we've not had a problem. Yeah, I'll go back, Emma, to the compounding. So let's say you want to put in 1,000. If you put in 1,000, they're going to offer you below 1,000, it's 20%. From 1,000 and upwards, they'll give you 50% bonus. Okay. So let's just, we'll just put it there. So you can click on that. Okay, and they'll give you 1,581. Now, have promo code. Promo code, which I have in the description of oh, thanks, Phil. Phil's just put it up there. So I'm just actually going to go into that now so I can show you. The promo code you put in here, and that gives you an extra 150%, so an extra 1,500. So you'll end up with somewhere around 3,500 just for 1,000. Now, the thing to understand.
Hi, this is Angus Levie.
The thing to understand.
The bonus that you're given.
Okay. Thing to understand about. I'm just going into this to show you. No, it's not that one actually. Oh yeah, there it is. You see, there's the code. Okay, this is just the one for my own people. Okay, and it gives you 150%. If for any reason it doesn't work, just come back to me. So you put that code in here and then click activate, and you'll see a little message saying it's worked. Okay. Then you go to Bitcoin and funding your account. So fund the account, and it comes up to binary cent. That's the amount. That is the amount of Bitcoin that they're looking for. Now, in reality, you're going to find that that's probably going to be a 3 to 4% more than what's there. So, because they're trying to cover themselves against movement. So, in this case, I would allow 1,080. Okay. You'll then click on here to copy the address and go to your wallet, pop in the address, and then you can copy the amount of Bitcoin and click on that and simply send it to them. Now they give you an hour, but don't worry if it's more than an hour. If it's slow, they'll still fund your account with whatever when it arrives. Okay. But go through those videos again for yourself. Oops, I've just logged myself out of the account. I'll just put it back in again. All right. Now, Emma was saying, my friends put 1,000 in her account, went to 3.5, gave her 2,500 extra. Okay, excellent. Now, again, guys, I know I may sound a bit mercenary, but please use my link that I've given you at the top there, because that's how I am paid for my time and effort in teaching you. Okay. I would appreciate it if you use that link, and it's again in the videos as well. Now, Emma was asking about compounding. Well, compounding is basically when I enter a trade, I'm entering at 1% of my account. Okay, 1% of my account. Always. So in other words, if I had 1,000, I'd be taking 10 euros. The account I'm using at the moment is, sorry, I'm just going to click on that again to load it, the PDQ, is at 3.5. So I'd be putting in, say, 35. So as Emma's friend here said, she's got 3,500. So I'd be putting in 35 as my initial trade size, okay, from there. And then using, and in the walkthrough, you'll see, or is it, no, the PDQ, in the PDQ walkthrough, I've given you the link to be able to download this spreadsheet here. And there you can, by putting in your, say it's 35, okay, as your initial trade size. You can change this to whatever price you're being given, but I usually leave it at 80%, because I'm usually too busy to be bothering with moving backwards and forwards between the prices. But 80% is the lowest price I'll trade. So 35, 79, 177, 399. So that's what your entry positions will be for your next trades. To see how compounding works, we'll just go back to 3 weeks ago. So I started with 4,000, okay? And as my account grew, so did my initial trade size. So after my first session, I was at 4,468. So my initial trade size went from, well, it would be being 41 to 44. So I start 44 in my second session, and I finished at 49 as being my initial trade size. So that's where compounding starts to work, okay? So, you know, by the end of my second day, I was at 68. So I went from 41 to 68. That's compounding, guys. Okay. My account grew by 67% in 2 days in what, probably 80 minutes, just over an hour of trading. And it carried on. And you know, see how it just, it grows exponentially. The curve, let's see, yeah, I could draw the, I won't do it now, but my curve would look something like this. Okay, it starts off slowly and then grows exponentially as your account size grows. I mean, technically speaking, if I did the same as I did last week, I will have this account at over 100,000 by the end of next week. Okay, chances are I won't, but potentially I could if I didn't take any losses. So I would have grown from 4,000 3 weeks ago to potentially 100,000 in literally a month. Potentially. Reality, no. In reality, it takes me 3 months. So here we go. New account started on the 15th of July. And I took 2 weeks off. It took me up to November. So July, August, September, October, November. So it took me, well, it was the beginning of November. So it took me just over 3 months in reality, because I had time off here to grow that account. But look here, I hit a bad patch in August. And I ended up having to start again. So it was really from the 14th of August. So August, September, October, 3 months exactly to bring it up to 100,000. Okay. And that was with 2 weeks off as well. But on average, it takes me 3 months to build it up to 100,000. Do I recommend you do that? No, I don't. Because although I checked again with them, will they pay out? My own personal feeling is no. A binary broker is not like a forex broker. A binary broker is like a casino. A binary broker is like a casino. They don't like losing, so they'll actually close your account. So what you do, Phil, is, what my recommendation is, you grow your account to a place where you are comfortable. Let's say around the, let's say you grow your account to 20,000. And then each week, I mean, this week I went from 20, well, let's say call it 15 to 40,000 this week. All right. So I actually made about, how much did I make? 26,000. But again, don't get greedy. You can when you get it to say 15,000, you can easily build it to, you can easily make 5,000 a week. Now, this is presuming we're not taking losses. Sometimes you may take a loss and you have to build your account up again. So that's why I say build it up to around 20,000 and then just take 4,000 or 5,000 out a week, and be comfortable with that. And then let your account build up as well, so that you have a nice buffer. You can then start to reduce your percentage to maybe 0.5%. And be comfortable, because a day will come, guys. A day will come where you'll take these big losses. Okay, that is a certainty. Look at this back here. One day I took a 66%. That was a fifth and a fourth entry loss, one after the other. That was a horrible day. I did not have a good day that day. It happens. But I built back up. I built back up. And here I am now at 40,000. Trading is not a zero. It's not all about winning. I love to use an analogy of it being like, do you know Snakes and Ladders, the board game? I think you call it chutes and ladders, is it, in the States? But you've got maybe squares 1 to 100, and you've got your counter and your dice. You throw your dice, you move forward, whatever, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. And if you hit a ladder, you go up. But if you hit a snake, you go down. Chutes and ladders, yeah. It's the same with trading. I mean, look at the way the charts move. Okay, they go up, they go down. Now, we all have taken losses in forex too. Okay, and gains. And so sometimes you give back to the market. Sometimes the market gives to you. Okay, so losses are part of trading. Learn how to accept them, because if you don't, you are going to struggle. And if you can accept losses, walk away and come back the next day, or in an hour's time or 2 hours time, then great. But if you can't, then you're going to struggle with trading, I can promise you. So find a way of dealing with it, and learn to accept your losses. They are inevitable and they will happen, but so will the good times, you know, where you can have, you know, a wonderful 3 weeks. Yeah, I gave back 44% there, but you know, I said, c'est la vie, and look what I did this week, you know, 15 to 41. So don't dwell on the losses, just accept them and go back and start again. Do not get caught in the trap of revenge trading, guys. Do not get caught in the trap of revenge trading. Walk away. Live another day. All you've lost is time. Okay, that's all you've lost. It took me, what, 2.5 days? What was that? 40, 80, 100 minutes. So that's coming up on just over an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. Okay, that's what I lost there. I didn't lose 12,000. I lost an hour and 40 minutes. That's how you look at it. You've just lost time and effort to get back to where you were. If you look at it that, oh, I lost 12,000 today. No, you didn't lose 12,000. You only lose when you go to withdraw. You know, or you only lose when you've blown your account. That's when you've lost. Otherwise, you're still in the game. If you don't blow your account, you're still in the game. All you lose is time. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. I'll take a trade for you, Phil. No problem. I just need to load up my account, and we'll take a couple of. I'll just take minimum size trades, okay? So it's going to take a minute for the account to load up, and then I'll take a trade and just show you how it works. So anyone else got questions? Withdrawing, they say they do it in an hour, but allow a day for withdrawals. The other thing, if you do take that bonus, yeah, that's what I meant to say, click on here for bonus rules and understand them. Basically, your bonus is 3 times the combination of your deposit plus your bonus. So if you get 3,500, you're going to have to trade, what's 3 times 3.5, 9, 10,500 in volume before you can. Now it takes me roughly 2 to 3 weeks to do that. It doesn't take a huge amount of time. Now, I may have, okay. I broke the link by, let's just log in again. I shouldn't have clicked onto that before it was finished loading up. But anyway, yeah. Okay, look, I won't use the PDQ. I'll use this. Let's go back to our charts and see if we can get. Can I get the PDF? Where can I get the PDF sheet? From no, sorry, Emma. Which sheet are you talking about? Can you be a bit more specific? Okay, we're going to take Aussie CAD, guys. We're going to take Aussie CAD for a put. So I'm just going to put in €1 because I'm not being serious. Okay, Aussie CAD for a put. Enter. Ah, see that? Jumped down just as I clicked enter. So we'll just see. Now, again, I would have ideally waited for it to yeah, see where it's hit now. That's where I'd want to enter. So I'm just going to change now to my second entry level because I want to catch it. Ah, darn it. It jumped down on me. Because I've a feeling I'm going to lose that first entry. So I was wanting to capitalize on it. So that's our first entry lost, but that's okay. We're in our second entry. Chances are we're going to lose that too. So I'm just going to check my, come on. Yeah, I'm going to need to go in with a $5 this time. Come on, down you go. Okay, and enter. So move my fixed over here. So I'm in on a $5 this time. We're in the money now. You can see at the bottom there, it's showing you what I'm going to get back. So I lost 250 and 1, so that was 325 plus $5. That's 8. So I'm going to make my more than my 1 back if I win this one. We also got a signal here. But see where the MBFX is, this line here. It's not really high enough for me to give that as a certainty. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Oh, we won. Whew, we won. Now so then what you can do, you can go from open trade to closed trade. And you'll see these are my trades, okay, that I took. And I won that by 3 pipettes. Okay, so that's my opening, closing price. So I just won that by a tiny amount. And I see I lost the previous one by only 2 pipettes. So they can be really close. Now a pipette is 1/10 of a pip. A pipette is 1/10 of a pip. You're looking for this one here. Now this is only for 2 trading sessions, so it's set up really for my own. What I do each day. I trade twice a day with my team, plus I trade with the winner's circle. But I can certainly give it to you, and you can always change it now. Let me just give me 2 seconds while I get the.
Angus, I'm going to jump off because I have to.
Yeah, work away. That's no problem. We're going to close this in 2 minutes anyway.
Because I'm going to start the discovery session now.
No problem. I'm going to close before you start, so don't worry.
See you, Morris.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this in here and make sure you click on the what you're looking for is this Google spreadsheet. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to copy it, okay, because it's a read-only file. Copy it and make your own with that. And the way to copy it, when you open it, it's going to be blank, the one you see, okay? When you open it, you can just go to File, either make a copy, or if you want to do it to Microsoft Excel, just copy it as a Microsoft Excel, okay? That's how you do that. All right, guys, we'll leave it there because I want you to be able to go and join Morris if you wish. So thank you, everyone, for your time. Hope you found this of value.
Morris, thank you.
Okay. No problem, guys. You're welcome. And I'll see you again Monday at 3 p.m. GMT. I think is it 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be trading again.
11 a.m. Eastern.
11 a.m. Sorry. Okay, 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll be trading again. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.